All right, so I am Jonathan Lee Riches Investigates. I am out on a rural road. This right here, Stephen Smith. This is where Stephen Smith was found. July 8th, 2015. This rural road out here, Hampton County. Oh, there was a cat. Come here, kitty. Come here. There's a cat out here. So Stephen Smith was found out here. Way out in the middle of nowhere. A passerby car found Stephen Smith here during the early morning hours of July 8th, 2015, side of the road here, probably around 5 a.m. There's like nothing out here. It's pitch black and dark. I'm trying to give you a perspective on what it looked like out here. And the reason why I'm here for Stephen Smith is because this case is unsolved. This case is unsolved. Investigators are still looking into the matter, and the ties to the Murdaugh family, Buster Murdaugh, Alec Murdaugh, Paul, John, and the entire Murdaugh family, and looking into the matter. I want to give you guys an idea. Since we've been following the Murdaugh case and we've been hearing the name Stephen Smith, I wanted to show you firsthand on where Stephen Smith was found out here in the middle of nowhere during the early morning hours. And he's buried that way too. I could take you there, but I want to read you some information. Yeah, the case is unsolved, but like I have to put on my car lights because you can't even see out here. There's zero evidence like he was hit by a car. There's a little kitty cat. Come here. Come here. Look at this little kitty cat. Hello. How are you? There's a little kitty cat out here. There's two of them. There's kitty cats. Hey. Where'd the little kitty cat come from? Come here, let me see if I got some food. Come here. Come here. Come here, kitty. Come here. Come here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Hello. Hi. Where you come from? Where you come from? There's like no houses out here, and there's a little kitty cat. Hello. Get out of the room. Get out of the room. Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh, the cat would just like run. Middle of nowhere. Hello, kitty. I can't help you. I don't know if I have any food. Let's see if I have any food in the car for the cat. Let's see if I got any food for the kitty cat. My kitty sounds hungry. I don't know if I have any food. I ate. I wish I had food on me. I don't have any food on me. Maybe the cat wants. Gotta keep these cats off the road. off the road. So sad. All right, so look, here's some information. I've been reading a little bit about this case here, and I got some notes, and I'm trying to process all this and try to understand this case here with Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith's body lies at rest in a gravesite less than 500 feet from Sandy Run Road. That's the same Roehampton County road where his body was found in the early morning hours of July 8th, 2015. So I am on Sandy Run Road during the morning hours, early morning hours, aka middle of the night. The middle of the night out here. Hold on, let me see if this kitty cat's still out here. Are you still out here, kitty cat? But there is a house over there. Well, you can't see. I'm gonna have to come back in the daytime, but there is a house. A few houses. Where are you at? I hear a kitty cat. Hold on, I'm just gonna put this here and I'm gonna go in my trunk and see if I can find, let me see if I can find some food for this kitty. I might have something. Maybe. Let me get a flashlight. I got my flashlight on me. Let me see if I can actually get this kitty some food, right? This kitty looks like it's starving out here. I thought I had a flashlight. I can't find it. It's very, very sad. It's very, very sad. I mean, I have crackers. Does a cat eat crackers? Can a cat eat crackers? Does anybody know if a cat eats crackers? I'm a little bit worried about this cat, but I got a light. Let me see. Look. Come here, kitty. You eat crackers? I don't have any food. Maybe I have something in my trunk. Maybe I got something in my trunk. Hello. Hello, kitty. I don't want to hurt you. Maybe I have something in my trunk. I'm looking for food for the kitty. I know I got my food. Hello, kitty. I'm looking to see if I got food. What's this? Oh, man. Hello. Where you at? I see you. I see you, kitty. Where are you? Come here. You gotta get out of the road. This is the road. Let me see if I can get this cat some. Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I'm back. There was 2 cats, and they gave them crackers. The only thing I had on my possession, I look at my trunk, which is a mess, but I gave them two crackers. Look, they're eating them. There's 2. Hey, kitties. They're eating the crackers. Hello. Hello. But these cats got to get out of the road, because this is where allegedly Stephen Smith got hit. It's the best I can do, kitties. I mean, I'll come around in the daytime tomorrow. I'll bring food. Look, they're hungry. And there's another one over there. Hello. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi. Oh. Hello. Hello. You feel good? Is that better? Look, here's another cracker. Look, get that cracker. Get it. Get the cracker. Get it. Right there. I know. I know, silly. Here. Here. There you go. They're hungry. Now, there's a house over there. See, here's the thing is, Stephen Smith was found here, right? And there's a house right there. So the cats must live there, with home there. But why was Stephen Smith out here, allegedly, fixing his car? But there was no evidence of, like, any glass or anything. They said there was no glass out here, and it was blunt trauma to his head. It was blunt trauma to his head. But these cats got to get out of the road. I got to get these cats out of here. Come on, you guys got to go. Get away from the road. It's dangerous out here. Come on, it's dangerous out here. It's dangerous. You guys got to get off the road. Man, it's scary. They're probably only out here because I'm out here, and they thought maybe, oh, man. I don't like seeing things like that, personally. I don't have any other food on me at all. I'm looking. I don't have any other. Why is that all blurry? Okay. All right, well, Stephen Smith. That's so sad. These cats are hungry. Where's the owner? I mean, I have a muffin. That's kind of... I feel so bad. I feel bad. I feel bad. They probably bashed his head in way before where you're at. Yeah, so let's talk. Let's talk about Stephen Smith. Let's talk about Stephen Smith. Was found here, right here. This is a makeshift memorial for Stephen Smith. And what's interesting, I'm reading more into this case, and it's said that it is known that Alex Murdaugh and his brother Randy came to the scene of Stephen Smith's death going through the crime tape. No one is sure why the brothers were there, but inconsistencies in the initial investigation have left many wondering why his death was never investigated as a homicide. According to Sandy Smith, Randy Murdaugh called the family following Stephen Smith's death, offering to help however he could. However, his law firm has since disputed that, putting out a statement denying that ever happened. So Stephen Smith's family was questioning why the Murdaugh family came out here after this happened. His skull was partially crushed. There was a hole in his forehead and his shoulder had been dislocated. A 19-year-old was found lying in the middle of the roadway with severe head trauma right here in the middle of the roadway. A man driving on the road that evening called police just before 5 a.m. 5 a.m. out here to report a person lying in the roadside, according to police. So that was here. Right here. This roadway right here. But I'm going to come back in the daytime and see more. I'm going to be in the area for the next couple of days because I want to check a few things. But there is nothing out here. Like, there's literally nothing out here at all. Except 2 cats that I fed crackers. I didn't have no more food. But Stephen Smith was out here and his family wants answers. Investigators are reopening the case. I'm going to turn around up here. But you can see there's nothing out here. This is a rural road. Sandy Run Road. Sandy Run Road. Let me see if I can turn around. And see, right by where he was found, there was a house there. But as you go up here, there's not. Now there's a road here. I'm going to turn around and go back to the spot. I'm actually going to go to the spot. And we're going to take you to his gravesite too. But you can see there's nothing out here. I mean, why would a guy be out here in the middle of the night, early hours, alone? I mean, I don't believe the vehicle was near him. Vehicle, allegedly, his car, ran out of gas. It's right here. This is... Cats are gone, thank God. But it's here. And like right there, there's a house right there. Right there, there's a home. But there's nothing out here. So reading this a little bit, SLED making progress on Stephen Smith's case, finally still in the dark. It's been more than 7 years since a driver passing by on Sandy Run Road discovered 19-year-old from Hampton County lying dead in the road. The body was later identified as Stephen Smith. So it was just out here in the middle of the road. Smith is remembered as a shy but a jokester and always willing to lend a helping hand. Smith was an openly gay teen in the rural South Carolina town he grew up in. One of my favorite quotes that he always said to his mom was, "God doesn't make mistakes. I am who I am, and God did not make a mistake," a family friend said. South Carolina Law Enforcement Division reopened the case in June 2021, shortly after the murders of Maggie and Paul Murdaugh, based on information discovered during the initial investigation. In the year and a half since, no details have come to light, but SLED reports it has made progress and the case remains active and ongoing. After a year and a half, I just don't understand why there are not any more answers out of SLED. Smith's body was discovered around 4:20 a.m. July 8th, 2015. Blunt force trauma to his head appears as a possible gunshot wound to the first responders of the scene, but the coroner's office later rules his death a hit and run. The coroner's office later report, but hit and run. But I'm hearing there was zero evidence of any type of, like, you know, I don't know how the coroner gets that determination. Is the coroner in with the Murdaughs? And I'm not saying the Murdaughs are involved. But it's awfully interesting that the authorities would open up an investigation after Paul and Maggie Murdaugh, which their home is right a few miles away from here, by the way. It's not far at all. It's not far at all. No suspects have ever been officially named in the teen's death, but the Murdaugh family names comes up several times in investigative files. The connection between the two remains murky, but Andrew says that in documents related to his case, she has the name is mentioned 40 times. Where there's smoke, there's fire, Andrew said. There has to be something to it. Whether indirectly or directly, there has to be some kind of tie to that. Documents also show investigators fielding tips about the Murdaugh family in the days and months following his death. The first tip comes in early August, suggesting swirling rumors of a relationship between Smith and Buster Murdaugh, Alex Murdaugh's eldest and only surviving son. Buster Murdaugh. We see Buster at the trial. The one of the only remaining immediate family members of the Murdaughs that's free right now. Buster Murdaugh was at the trial. A lot of mystery and speculation that Buster and Smith were affiliated with one another, maybe even in a possible relationship with one another. There's always bad things happening to people centered around the Murdaughs. What about Gloria Satterfield? What about Gloria, the housekeeper? What about Mallory Beach? Mallory Beach is also buried at a cemetery on this road here. Mallory Beach and Stephen Smith are both buried on this road. This is Hampton County. Interesting thing is that the Murdaughs live in Culleton County, which is a little bit over, a couple miles away, a few miles away, but the county border is like right around here where it's Hampton County. This is Hampton County. So, the Murdaughs have big ties in Hampton County. I mean, they run that big law. They were part of that big law firm in Hampton, the one that was suing all the people for years over the railroads. They got rich. I'm sure they might have connections with maybe the coroner, maybe law enforcement. Maybe they run the town. Has that ever been looked at? Has it ever been looked at? Another rumor claims Buster Murdaugh and the two other boys were responsible for the crime. An investigator also fields another tip about another possible suspect. The tipster tells that he passed along the information at the request of a well-known patriarch, former solicitor Randolph Buster Murdaugh, Alex Murdaugh's father and Buster Murdaugh's grandfather. Let's go on. The family has rejected the hit-and-run theory, and Highway Patrol's investigation also contradicts the coroner's findings. Who's the coroner? Who is the coroner? Was the coroner friends with the Murdaughs? It was the coroner that investigated Stephen Smith's death tied with the Murdaughs. I'm going to take you back over here because there's a few hundred more people in this chat. In the middle of nowhere, 4:20 a.m., Stephen Smith was found right here. Just out in the middle of nowhere. So they made a makeshift memorial for him here. January 29th, 1996 to July 8th, 2015. Get out of the road, kitties. Gotta get those cats out of the road. Get out of the road. No, get out of the road. You guys need to get out of the road. Please get out of the road. Please get back inside. I'm sorry. That they have to be owned. The owner over there. Hello. You guys gotta get out of the road. You're gonna get hurt. I don't like to see that at all. I did the best I could to give him crackers. What happened to Stephen Smith out here? Why was he out here? Was he brought here? Did something occur here? And was Stephen Smith tied with the Murdaughs? And since we've been here, we had like one car go by? Since we've been here, we've had one car go by. Hit and run. Who's buying the hit and run theory? Seriously, who's buying the hit and run theory? So, let's keep reading on. So it seems like, you know, the relationship with the rumors, the family of Stephen Smith has said no, they don't believe a hit and run happened. They found no vehicle debris, no skid marks, or injuries consistent with someone being struck by a vehicle. A heated discussion between Trooper Todd Proctor and pathologist Dr. Erwin Presnell revealed that the cause of death was ruled this way because Smith was found on the road. So basically, just because this, I'm reading reports, news articles, so that I don't know the validity of this, but according to this article, it's saying that basically is they determined that it was a hit and run because he was found by a road. A road here in the middle of nowhere with two cats. Look at these cats out here. There's nothing out here. Small blue paint chips are found on Smith's clothes but cannot be traced to a specific make or model. Smith's car was found about 3 miles away on Bamberg Highway. It wouldn't start, but investigators found his wallet inside. The gas cap is also left unscrewed. His family reported he would have never left the car, calling him skittish. So car broke down and he's found here, miles and miles away. Why here? Why out here? Why out here? Why was Stephen Smith out here? Why? His twin sister, Stephanie, also told authorities that her brother had become very secretive about 2 weeks prior to the incident. It's always leading up to when an incident happens. There's suspicious things happen with individuals. The investigation and lack of answers have weighed on the family in years since. It's draining, it's frustrating, it's maddening, to say the least, Andrew said. Sandy has said she knows that the first moment of Stephen's life and every moment he made, but she has no idea about the last moments of her life, she added. Andrews, who first got involved in the Standing for Stephen nonprofit, has taken on a role closer to that of a private investigator for the family. Somebody out there knows something. Somebody out there knows something, she said. At this point, these kids are in their mid-20s, probably having children on their own. Put yourself in Sandy's shoes as a parent, and that is being your child. Do the right thing and come forward. Do the right thing. Come forward. Who's out there that knows? Get out of the road, kiddies. Get out of the road. You people need, you cats, got to get out of the road. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. Gotta get these kitties out of the road. Get out of the road. Get out of the road. I feel so bad for those kitties, man. What happened to Stephen Smith? See, there's a house here. There's a house here. I'm actually gonna pull in the driveway. Right by where Stephen Smith was found, there's a house right here. But it doesn't look like anyone is here. So, I don't know where these cats come from. But it's probably from this home. But, you know, nobody from this house knows anything. I find that odd. 5874. So, I'm going to go down here to Stephen Smith's grave site. Somebody out there knows something of what happened to Stephen Smith. I mean, there is homes around here. Here's another one. I feel so bad for those cats. I want to rescue those kitties. I really do. But this is just how rural it is. So Stephen Smith's, what was it, Bamberg? His car was found miles away. And he's out here? You think Stephen Smith was just walking out here on his own at 4:20 a.m., miles away from where his car was at? Way out here? Look at it out here. No, I don't buy it whatsoever. Look how rural it is out here. There's hardly any homes. There was a couple homes there, but this way out there in the middle of nowhere, you got to be kidding me. Another home. You got to be kidding me. Thank you, South Shore. I'm gonna go up to It's desolate. Oh, here comes one car. I pray those kitties are out of the road. There's nothing out here. Terrifying. Yeah, I'm careful. Thank you. But there's nothing out here. And then there's like a railroads up here. The Murdaughs live right near here too. We're gonna go to Stephen Smith's grave, so I'm gonna go and just pay respect. So this is the main corners here, but his grave site is right up here. I mean, there's like nothing out here. Buster knows something. I'm convinced. I'm convinced Buster knows something about Stephen Smith. Is he involved? Was he in a relationship? The media outlets are picking this up now too about Stephen Smith. Looks like I got a railroad crossing. So somebody commented Buster's innocent. Railroad tracks. So there is some people that believe Buster is innocent. Or he's just, a victim of everything with this case. What's your thoughts? He definitely knows something. I'm looking for this grave. Here it is. It's a graveyard right here. Stephen Smith is buried here at this cemetery. Gooding Cemetery. I'll go show you. I gotta get the flashlight. Where's the flashlight? Alright, I got a flashlight. We're gonna go. Nothing out here. I came over here before. Stephen Smith is buried over here. Here he is. It's his grave right here. Guess he's next to some family members. This is Joel Smith, Stephen Smith, and we got Joseph James Smith, 1992. Wow, look at this. A baby. February 10th, 1992. April 23rd, 1992. Oh my gosh, that's sad. That's sad. Joseph James Smith is buried next to Stephen Smith. So I'm assuming, oh man, that's bad. That's a child, February, March, April. That child was only 2 months old. sad. What happened to Stephen Smith? It's quiet out here. There's nothing out here. Rest in peace, Stephen. "19 years old, had his whole life ahead of him." You just don't find somebody. You just don't find somebody on the side of the road in a rural road with blunt trauma to their head, and then have a coroner say, "Oh, okay, well, since he was fine," or I don't know if the coroner could be a woman. Since you find somebody on the side of the road, oh, that's a hit and run, but no evidence of any skid markings or anything. Glass on the windows. It's fishy to me. Is the coroner in on this? Is the coroner in on this? All seems shady and suspect to me. All seems shady and suspect. Oh, I gotta close the gate. Hold on a minute. Gotta close the gate. Flashlight broke. Dropped my flashlight. It broke. Respect the graveyard. My trunk's a mess, by the way. I got like a tent, and I got all kinds of survivor equipment. And what happened to Stephen Smith? I mean, it's a... So, I'll come back tomorrow and give you guys a daytime perspective. We'll go pay respect to Mallory Beach too. Mallory Beach, she's buried right down the road. Mallory Beach is buried right down the road. And we know what happened to her with Paul Murdaugh. It's just so many tragedies. Gloria Satterfield. And who else do we know about? Who else do we know about? Who else? Who else is involved with things around here? This rural area. I'm gonna put my seatbelt on. This rural area. So close to the Murdaughs. Everyone is like tied and affiliated. Who don't we know about? Pinckney. Housekeeper, yes. Housekeeper Gloria. There's a car coming. I'll wait till the car passes. There's a car coming in my mirror. See? Car is coming. I'll wait till the car passes and we're going to drive and talk a little bit. Who else is involved here? Who else? I mean, and you know what? I asked Buster when I was at that courthouse twice. Did you murder Stephen Smith? And Buster refused to even say anything. Now, I'm sure his lawyers, Murdaugh's lawyers, told Buster, don't talk to no media, don't say nothing, but say something. Give a statement about Stephen Smith. Are you tied with him or not? And, people out there are saying, we should be careful with Buster. Some people think he's a victim. He lost his mom. lost his brother and now lost his father. So it's the entire family, and Buster could be totally innocent and totally a victim in this situation of everything. And he's also grieving. What's your thoughts on that? What's your thoughts on all of that? It is kind of scary and it's kind of spooky out here. I like what it is with this. Hold on a second. What it is with this with me is I heard that Stephen Smith was found in the middle of the night, 45-ish in the morning, on this side, on this road here. I wanted to see firsthand of what the area looks like and how dark it is and how remote. Because I was out here before visiting the grave site, but I was like, let me come out here at night, you know, because and at night brings a different picture. This is it, like out here. Like we're talking, like this is like 25 miles away from Walterboro, west. Hampton is pretty close to here, which seems like it's a town that the Murdaughs are heavily involved with. Deserted. And I'm reading all your comments, and other people, everyone else is reading the comments too. Now there's a church up here coming up, and there's a cemetery right before this church, and it's where Mallory Beach is buried. Maybe we'll go in there and pay respect to Mallory. I never visited Mallory's. I just had to find out where this is it. The cemetery's right here. This is it, cemetery. Let's see. Let's scroll back. Hold on, I'm gonna go backwards. There's a cemetery here. I believe Mallory Beach is buried here at this cemetery. Let me see. There's a right here. But my light don't work no more. I believe Mallory Beach is buried here. Somewhere. Gates open. Somewhere back here. Maybe it'd be better if I come back in the day. It's kind of creepy back here. Yeah, the gate is open. I believe, according to, I saw the location of her gravesite. I believe it's, yeah, I don't, this is going to be a needle in the haystack, people. This one's going to be hard. So we're going to pull, I'm gonna haul this one, I'm going to hold this one off till tomorrow. Because my flashlight don't work and I don't know exactly where she could be buried. Yeah, the gate's open. See? There's no gate. I mean, it's just open. And you just drive in. Alright, I'm back on the main road. But it all happened out here. It like, you know, with and then not only that, but Uncle Eddie, with the alleged hit, the hit that was supposed to, you know, happen, what, in September, a few months after Alex, the murders happened with Alex's wife and son, and the hit, the supposed side on the road hit, that's right by here too. Right here, like, it's like not far from here, but it's the road's out here in the middle of nowhere too. Cousin Eddie. Yeah, I said Uncle Eddie. Cousin Eddie reminds me of the Griswolds, right? Eddie, Uncle Eddie, Eddie. What's up with Eddie? Like, what was that all about? And remember, Buster was supposed to get like a $10 million, $11 million inheritance from that if it would have happened. Like Alec wanted his son Buster set with financial compensation. Griswold, yes. Now, what happened to Gloria Satterfield? The housekeeper. She tripping off dogs in the house? You buy that story? You people really buy that story? Now, there's speculation, and I'm not, there's speculation that Maggie could have did it. I don't know. Really don't know. This is the main road here that actually takes you back to Walterboro. Maybe tomorrow I'll give you guys a daytime tour of just everywhere around here. This is the small. I hear dogs barking. I'll come back like tomorrow. Now this is Hampton County, but right up here is Culleton County. The county changes up here, and there's a strip up here, and the area changes. But I want to know your thoughts on everything, like even what I showed you. And go back and you can see the grave site. I'm headed towards Walterboro. And I thank you everyone for the support. We're going to figure this out, and we're going to get justice for Stephen Smith, right? Justice is coming for Stephen Smith. I'm sure his family's appreciating the media attention. Without the Murdaugh trial, Stephen Smith wasn't getting all that attention. I saw his case was on Fox and Friends this morning. And, in the Fox and Friends, in the end, the media people were questioning if there was a link between Stephen Smith and Buster Murdaugh. So it's not just YouTubers like us or, people from the internet saying, oh, yeah, Buster's tied with Stephen Smith. Mainstream media is also questioning this. There's articles out there, recent, that are questioning whether Buster has ties, or is he involved or knows something about Stephen Smith. So this is not just like conspiracy theories here. This is people legitimately, news organizations legitimately asking the same question we're all asking. So if the media's doing it, we're doing it, pressure breaks pipes, maybe something will come out of it. Maybe Buster will be brought in again for questioning. Do you think he should be questioned? Do you think he was been questioned at all about this? Who is the coroner to determine that it was a hit and run, going contrary to other law enforcement beliefs on what happened? And the family does not believe a hit and run happened. The family does not believe that. So my mod says the Murdaughs were never questioned about Stephen Smith's death. Never questioned. Why? Why wasn't they questioned about Stephen Smith? See how remote it is out here? No witnesses out here. It's just like with Alex Murdaugh's property. When his wife and son got murdered, a little bit after it got dark, after the sun went down. I made a video out there. There's nothing out there. Nothing. No witnesses, no surveillance, no street cams, nothing. Same thing with Stephen Smith. Same thing with Gloria Satterfield. Nothing of nothing. Seems like you can get away with some things here. And, obviously Alex is held accountable now for what he did. Thank you, Creighton. And the special prosecutor brought in. That judge was good. Gotta give kudos to the judge. That judge, that same judge that tried the case with Michael Slager and Walter Scott, the big case out of Charleston. The police officer that shot the unarmed man who was running. Same judge. Slager was found guilty. I don't think he got a life sentence, though. I think he got like 20 years. But the judge said to Alex Murdaugh that as a judge, he's seen people get the DP for far less than what Murdaugh did. Oh, there's some Islandton. We're in Islandton. We're in the town of Islandton. It says Islandton Church of God. Islandton Church of God. Must be. But I'm just browsing the area, looking at the area. On these old remote roads. 12 o'clock. A little after midnight. So what happened? What do you think happened? Xfinity truck. Xfinity's out. What is that? What happened with this? We're gonna talk soon, people. I'm gonna be back at daylight. Where's Buster Murdaugh now? Is he living with his girlfriend? Brooklyn? In Hilton Head? I saw that everybody says keep driving. I don't know what type of ties people have around here. I don't know what goes on in the back of the woods. It is, I'm by myself. I guess you could consider it dangerous. Me, I just want to get answers. And I never spoke to Stephen Smith's family. I don't know if you guys out there have. But and something tells me Buster Murdaugh's going to be charged. It's just something tells me that. I'm not saying he's involved. I'm thinking that there's going to be so much pressure to do something about that. And that wasn't me at the courthouse that said Buster is next. I know a lot of people have been circulating that on other creators' channels saying JLR was out there when Murdaugh, was leaving court. Somebody shout out Buster's next. That wasn't me. It's somebody else. But whoever did that, good job. They feel like Buster's going to be next, and meaning he's going to be next, he's going to be charged, like he's going to prison. Now, and then the question is, was it, what happened to Buster, or what happened to Stephen, was it a hate crime? Was it done because it was a hate crime? If it was it's a crime regardless. A hit and run is a crime. A crime was committed. So who did it? Who hit and run it? Or was it a hate crime? I see the comment, major hate crime. But hopefully, you know, the fact that Alex Murdaugh and all his shenanigans and all his financial frauds and what he did, hopefully the Murdaugh crime family comes to an end. Like, their dynasty is over. It's been crumbled. The Murdaugh empire has been dismantled. Though you have Buster out. Is Buster got his hands, is Buster's hands clean? Do you think his hands are clean? I'm not so sure. But I'm not going to say it as a statement of fact. I'm saying it as speculating. Just in case Buster wants to decide to sue us for talking about it. But I don't even know if he has I don't even know if Buster has money. I think he collected like $500,000 from the estate of Maggie. And they said he just lives in a modest home with his girlfriend. He walks his dogs. The Daily Mail and the Daily Wire has been out there, and other media publications, I believe. Maybe not those two, but publications have been out there taking pictures of Buster and his girlfriend walking the dogs. 2 dogs. And again, media has been reporting about Buster and possible Stephen Smith connections. Google Buster Murdaugh, Stephen Smith, and see for yourself what comes up. I just crossed the thing as I'm in New Hope. It said the town of New Hope. I'm headed back towards Walterboro. But Stephen Smith, I mean, you know, his life mattered. Is there going to be an independent investigation? Will Buster be brought in for questioning? At least, so we can determine what his alibi was. Does he have an alibi around that time? Does Buster Murdaugh have an alibi? April 8th? April 8th, 2015? April 7th? Does Buster have an alibi? Where was he at? Around the time this happened to Stephen Smith, where was Buster? Where was Alec? Where was Paul? Where was John? John M. I've been noticing a little bit, hearing and studying this case a little bit about John M. Right? He seems like he's the guy that tries to fix out all the problems. When Mallory Beach and the boat accident, Mallory Beach is missing. John M. is the one, that went and got the boat out of the water. And then didn't John M. go to the hospital? Try to convince others that was someone else driving the boat? Trying to coerce their statements, trying to trick their statements, manipulate them. He's the fixer. John M., the quicker fixer, picker-upper. John M. Seems like he, might do the dirty deeds for the family. What's your thoughts on John? I want to go back and save those cats, but those cats seem like those cats had that home. It's just the cats look starving, and cats out there in the wild like that with other wild animals, man. Sad. Pray those cats, those 2 cats that were out there, that they get in some shelter and get off that road. It's a busy road. Yeah, there was 2 cats out there. I actually had 2 saltine crackers. They were right there by Stephen Smith's memorial site on the side of the road. There were small cats. I mean, they were totally friendly. The one cat was coming up, letting me pet it. It was coming to me. They came to the car. Like, I guess they were starving. I think maybe if I go back tomorrow, which I plan to do, maybe I'll bring some food. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring the cats some food. Watch. I don't know if they'll be out there tomorrow. They might be, you know, away. But if the cats are out there, I'll give the cats food tomorrow. Murdaughs. Stephen Smith. What's your thoughts? And I've been driving now for what, 20, 30 minutes, and I haven't seen any I think here's coming up is the first stop sign, or the first traffic light. Yeah, this is the first traffic light coming up in like 20, 30 minutes of driving, literally. And it's not even, you know, it's one of those things that's not even working right. It's just telling you to stop. The sign says Walterboro, Branchville, and Umesi. It's like a general store there. I'm showing you the area. Look at this little store here. Thank you, Shiloh. God bless you. Thank you. Some little, what is this? It's like a general store. They still got general stores. Historic Country Store, 1925. Look at that. A historical store. Huh. It's like one of those. Look at those pumps. Look at the pump. Oh my God. Let's go look at the pump. Thank you, Debbie. Let's go look at the pump. They still got these old pumps. Look. Oh my gosh. Gas pump. Yo, these are like from like 19... It's an old country store. Hardware, plumbing, electrical work, crickets, tackle. What happened to Stephen Smith? That's the case that maybe the internet should focus on. Trying to get justice for Stephen Smith, right? The internet should try to collectively try to find answers or bring awareness. What do you think? No, you know, it just makes me. I personally think that Murdaugh's got their hands, blood on their hands. I really do. I think Murdaugh's have blood on their hands with other unsolved crimes. I think they've been getting away with everything forever. Susan Ann, thank you. So it makes me wonder, what else have they done that they got away with it? What else do you think they done? Let's move on. I'm driving towards Walterboro. Tomorrow I'm going down to Hilton Head. So if you know Buster Murdaugh, I'll talk to him. Tell him to holler at me. We'll take a drive in Hilton Head, where Buster Murdaugh lives, the area. We'll take a drive to Bruford. We'll go down towards Murdaugh Island. Murdaugh Island is the compound of Randolph Murdaugh, the patriarch, the family. You see, nothing. You are not doing this by yourself, jailer. Actually, I work by myself very, very well. Thank you. I appreciate your concern, Shelly. I work by myself, and I actually like working in the middle of the night. That's where I get a lot of that energy. I like to try to find answers as best I can. But this has been eating me a little bit about Stephen Smith, looking into this matter. A 19-year-old guy. It's just not. There's like no evidence that I've seen whatsoever, and it seems like certain authorities like the Division of Law Enforcement, SLED, S-L-E-D, feels the same, that there's zero evidence of a hit and run. So what happened to Steve? And I asked this for when more people are piling in on this live. What happened to Steve? 2015, this long, and no answers yet for his family? Where the coroner from Hampton County says, oh yeah, hit and run. Why? Because he was found by the road? What other evidence you got of a hit and run? What was Stephen doing out there, way out there on the side of the road, like a rural road like this, in the middle of the night? What was he doing out there? What was Stephen doing out there? Why was he there? Why was his car miles away with the gas cap open? Did Buster Murdaugh and Stephen Smith have a relationship with one another? Were they friends with each other? Were they associates? Were they enemies? Was there falling out between them if they were friends? Or lovers? Were they lovers? You know, like, I think the county of Hampton is definitely, you know, a blessing in this, you know, a blessing with this case is, with the Alex Murdaugh case, a blessing is that his property was on Colleton County, not Hampton, where he worked and has all those ties, because if the murders happened with Maggie and Paul, if it happened in Hampton County, probably would never got prosecuted, or the prosecution there would not have touched Alex Murdaugh. He would have got away with it. They would have bought his story. I really do think that, because they've run Hampton County. They have so much rooted ties to Hampton County, the Murdaughs. Their law firm, the law firm that also Buster Murdaugh did some work with. This is the same Buster that got kicked out of school for plagiarism. And then they paid some firm, I believe $60,000 or multiple tens of thousands of dollars to try to get him to go back. Well, Buster worked in that law firm that Alex Murdaugh was partners with. I don't know what he did. I don't know what Buster Murdaugh does right now. Does he work? Does Buster Murdaugh work right now? Does he have a job? Does anybody know where he works? What kind of work he does? Is it law stuff? Does he want to be a lawyer? Buster is shifty to me. Paula McLeod, thank you. He's just seeking answers. Buster's wearing his dad's $40,000 Rolex, but can't remember his birthday. He worked at Wild Wings. Buster worked at Buffalo Wild Wings. Does he still work there? I mean, if Buster, you know, if I see Buster in public, I will definitely ask him these questions to his face. The media should be asking Buster these questions. To me, you know, just to hear him out. I mean, he doesn't have to talk, but people should be able to ask him questions. I'd love to. I don't support harassing Buster at all in that sense. Do not threaten Buster, don't harass him, but do everything that you can do in the First Amendment. You can ask people questions. respectfully. I just hit something with my car, by the way. I ran over something. I heard this boom. So I'm getting close to Walterboro up here. It's getting close up here to the chains of hotels and the Crackle Barrel. I think I see lights coming up. But I appreciate all of you taking this journey with me at night. This is Colleton County. I appreciate all of you. You know, we're here for Maggie Murdaugh. We're here for Paul Murdaugh. We're here for Gloria Satterfield. Gloria, the housekeeper. We're here for Stephen Smith. We're here for Mallory Beach. We're here for Mallory Beach. They said that, like, Paul Murdaugh, you know, it's tough because, you know, what Paul Murdaugh did to Mallory Beach, and then Paul ultimately had what happened to him. Some people out there say it's karma. I don't know if you guys believe it was karma or not for Paul. Or it's just so... When you're rich, you get away with a lot of things. Apparently. If you got money. You get away with a lot of things. So I made it back. I'm pretty much back in Walterboro. That's how far out from the Murdaugh home area. We're approaching like chains of like hotels and gas stations or whatnot. I'm gonna pull in one of these gas stations. So this is the Quality Inn, the Holiday Inn, the Days Inn, Inn Market, Motel 6. Let me go in here. There's some light. This is an Inn Market. So, thanks for watching. We'll talk soon. I'll be back on tomorrow at first light, and we're gonna find out what happened to Stephen Smith. Do your research. If you have any questions or concerns, or if you have any information you want to share and you need something to look at, you can email me. If my mod's on, throw my email, Johnny Riches Florida, out there so they can email me. Magnola Sims. Throw the email out there. I was in Washington, D.C. I was just in Washington, D.C. like 12 hours ago. Tired. Think I'm going to get some rest. And then we'll start out fresh tomorrow. We're going to take a tour. We're going to do some things tomorrow. So here's tomorrow's agenda, everyone. So please come back on tomorrow. Around 8-9 a.m. we will go back to Stephen Smith's area. I want to show you what it looks like in the daytime. We'll get a better perspective. You guys get an understanding of what the area and the terrain looks like. We'll go pay respect to Mallory Beach at her gravesite. We'll go to Hampton. I'll show you the law firm where Alex Murdaugh was partners with. Buster, I believe, did work there. Then we'll go to Hilton Head. We'll go to Hilton Head, town where Buster lives, town where Murdaughs have ties, Buford, Murdaugh Island, all that area. So we'll do all that tomorrow. I'll show you the perspective. Buford's beautiful, by the way, down by the water. Oh, and we'll go to the bridge where the Murdaughs, Paul Murdaugh crashed the boat where Mallory Beach unfortunately lost her life, which she was found farther away. She wasn't found when Mallory Beach was found. She wasn't found by where the boat hit the bridge. She was found a big like miles and miles away at another bridge. To me, I thought maybe the current got her. But we're gonna go check all these areas out tomorrow, bring perspective. So definitely screenshot and record too, and we'll do our best to bring awareness to what happened. Gloria Satterfield's family matters too. One of the issues with Alex Murdaugh was like he collected an insurance policy off Gloria, what happened to her, and then he didn't even give the family members of Gloria any money. He pocketed the money. Nine. I can't say a time for sure. Tammy Padilla, 8 or 9 a.m. We'll just 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern, somewhere around that time. Let it get light a little bit, because it's still relatively dark around 7ish. I won't get to bed probably because I'm gonna get a hotel for tonight, and then do note taking, do a little research on this case, on these unsolved cases, and see what needs to be searched, looked. Thank you guys for the support. I see a lot of thank yous and I see a lot of prayers, and you guys were telling me to get out of the area. I don't know, it's just the hunt. It's just the thrill seeking and the hunt and trying to figure out the unknown and trying to put myself in these people's shoes in the moment. Like Stephen Smith out there. We were out there. It was so remote out there. Like, what was he doing out there? Like, why there? When you have no ties to that area. Like, why was he found there? With trauma to his head. It just doesn't make sense. When his car is like miles away. It doesn't make sense to me. Was he brought there? Was he escaping? He was running away and these people were trying to track him down and find him? And then did something to him? Like, what kind of person, and say it was a hit and run, what kind of person would be just driving down a rural road and then hit somebody and then just say, I'm not even going to stop? That doesn't make sense either. I mean, hit and runs happen. Sometimes hit and runs happen because the people don't realize in their cars that they hit a human. They maybe thought they hit it like an animal or something. Because in a sense, that area, I'm playing devil's advocate here. In that area, who would think a person would be out there walking around out there or being out there in the middle of the night? So if you hit someone, you might just think it's an animal and keep going. But then it would be all over the news and stuff like that, and you would have the do what's right and come forward. Or, you would have damage. If it was a hit and run like that, you'd have damage to your vehicle. Then you go get your vehicle fixed, the damage fixed, most likely, and then, the employees or whoever at the place where you get the auto body shop might see something, come forward and say, hey, that person got their truck fixed, their car fixed. I'm reading your comments. Stephen Smith was walking in the opposite direction of the gas station, which was 3 miles away. Yeah, I don't even know where the gas station was because I didn't see any gas stations. The only gas station I seen between here, Walterboro, and where I was at was that little general store I just came from, that's miles and miles away. Hampton's pretty close to that area, but I haven't seen any gas station. Does anyone know the gas station name? Somebody said truck sounded like a Ford F-150. Yeah, so I heard there was blue paint on something. Yeah, they were trying to say um Steven Smith had some blue paint chips on him. Is that true or not true? Yeah, cousin Eddie, Uncle Eddie, cousin Eddie, Eddie Spaghetti, Eddie Spaghetti, the hitman, Eddie the hitman. It just doesn't smell right. Doesn't pass the smell test to me. Good night, everyone. We'll talk soon. Everyone be safe. I pray for you. Pray for me, please. Was Steven in a nursing school? Yeah, I read that. I believe he was, Justice Jane. Nursing. So he was going to be a nursing student. Got to find out for sure, like, was he Buster's boyfriend? Was Steven Buster's boyfriend? Was he? Alright, we'll talk. Go back and review this video. Pray for those kitties. There's 2 little kitties out there in the wild. You know, wish somebody would take those cats in. At least they, be inside, be safe and warm. It's not cold out right now. I tried my best to give the cats food. I only had crackers. But they ate crackers. They were so hungry they ate crackers. They would prefer meat. Good night. We'll talk soon. Everyone be safe. God bless.